We will see Class 10 Geography, Chapter 1 Resources and Development, Part 3. General Land Use Categories 1960 to 61. General Land Use Categories 2014 to 15. Reporting Area 100%. Blue color, forest 18.11%, red color 18.11%, barren and uncultural wasteland, green 4.95%, area under non-agricultural uses, purple 4.71%, permanent poisson and grazing land, blue 1.5%, area under miscellaneous tree crabs and roots, orange 6.23%, cultural waste land, light blue, fallow other than current fallow 3.50%, pink current fallow 3.73%, grey net swan area 46.26%. General Land Use Categories 2014 to 15. Forest 23.3%, barren and uncultural wasteland 5.5%, area under non-agricultural uses 8.7%, permanent poisson and grazing land 3.3%, 1% area under miscellaneous tree crabs and grooves, 4% cultural waste land, 3.6% fallow other than current fallow, 4.9% current fallow, net swan area 45.5%. Source: Directorate of Economic and Statistic, Ministry of Agriculture, 2017. Figure 1.4. Total geographical area of land is 3.28 million square kilometer. Land use data, however, is available only for 93% of the total geographical area because the land use reporting for most of the northeast states except Assam has not been done fully. Moreover, some areas of Jammu and Kashmir occupied by Pakistan and China have also not been surveyed. Activity: try to do a comparison between the two pie charts. Figure 1.4 given for land use and find out why the net swan area and the land under forest have changed from 1960 to 61 to 2014 to 15 very marginally. The land under permanent poisson has also decreased. How are we able to feed our huge cattle population on this poisson land? And what are the consequences of it? Most of the other than the current fallow lands are either of poor quality or the low cost of cultivation of such land is very high. Hence, these lands are cultivated once or twice in about 2 to 3 years, and if these are included in the net swan area, then the percentage of NSA in India comes to about 54% of the total reporting area. The pattern of net swan area varies greatly from one state to another. It is over 80% of the total area in Punjab and Haryana, and less than 10% in Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur and Andaman Nicobar lands. Find out the reason for the low proportion of net zone area in these states. Forest area in the country is far lower than the desired 33% of geographical area as it was outlined in the National Forest Policy in bracket 1952. It was considered essential for the maintenance of the ecological balance, the livelihood of millions of people who live on the bringage of these forests depend upon it. A part of the land is termed as a wasteland and a land put to other non-agricultural uses. Wasteland includes rocky, arid and desert areas, and land put to other non-agricultural uses includes settlements, roads, railways, industry, etc. Continuous use of land over a long period of time without taking appropriate measures to conserve and manage it has resulted in land degradation. This in turn has serious repercussions on the society and the environment. Land degradations and conservation measures. Land degradation and conservation measures. We have shared our land with the past generation and will have to do so with the future generations too. 95% of our basic needs for food, shelter and clothing are obtained from land. Human activities have not only brought about degradation of land but have also aggravated the pace of the natural forces to cause damage to land. Some human activities such as deforestation, overgrazing, mining and quarrying too have contributed significantly in land degradation. Mining sites are abandoned after excavation work is complete, leaving deep scars and traces over burdening in states like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. Deforestation due to mining have caused severe land degradation. In states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, overgrazing is one of the main reasons for land degradations. In the states of Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, irrigation is responsible for land degradations due to waterlogging leading to increase in salinity and alkalinity in the soil. The mineral processing like grinding of limestone for the cement industry and calcite and soapstone for ceramic industry generate huge quantity of dust in the atmosphere. It retards the process of infiltration of water into the soil after it settles down on the land. In recent years, industrial effluents as waste have become a major source of land and water pollution in many parts of the country. There are many ways to solve the problems of land degradations. Afforestation and proper management of grazing can help to some extent. Planting of shelter belts of plants, control on overgrazing, stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes are some of the methods to check land degradation in arid areas. Proper management of wastelands, control of mining activities, proper discharge and dispersal of industrial effluents and wastes after treatment can reduce land and water degradations in industrial and suburban areas. Soil as a resource. Soil is the important renewable natural resource. It is medium of plant growth and support different types of living organisms on the earth. The soil is a living system. It takes millions of years to form soil up to a few centimeters in depth. Relief, parent soil or bedrock, climate, vegetation and other forms of life and time are important factors in the formation of soil. Various forces of nature such as change in temperature, actions of running water, wind and glaciers, activities of decomposer, etc. contribute to the formation of soil. Chemical and organic changes which takes place in the soil are equally important. Soil also consists of organic (humus) and inorganic materials. Figure 1.5. Figure 1.5 Soil profile. Topsoil, the upper soil layer, subsoil, weathered rocks, sand and slate clay, substratum, weathered parent rock material, unweathered parent bedrock. On the basis of the factors responsible for soil formation, color, thickness, texture, age, chemical and physical properties, the soils of India are classified in different types. Classification of soils. India has varied relief features, landforms, climatic reclams and vegetation types. These have contributed in the development of various types of soils. Alluvial soils. This is the most widely spread and important soil. In fact, the entire northern plains are made of alluvial soil. These have been deposited by three important Himalayan river systems, the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. These soils also extend in Rajasthan and Gujarat through a narrow corridor. Alluvial soil is also found in the eastern coastal plains, particularly in the deltas of Mahanadi, Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri rivers. Figure 1.6 Alluvial soil. The alluvial soil consists of various proportions of sand, slate and clay. As we move inlands towards the river valleys, soil particles appear somewhat bigger in size. In the upper reaches of the river valley, that is near the place of the break of the slope, the soils are coarse. Such soils are more common in predominant plains such as Durars, Chos and Terai. Apart from the size of their grains or the components, soils are also described on the basis of their age. According to the age, alluvial soils can be classified as the old alluvial (Bangar) and the new alluvial Gadar. The Bangar soil has higher concentration of Gangar nodules than the Gadar. It has more fine particles and is more fertile than the Bangar. The alluvial soil as a whole are very fertile. Mostly these soils contain adequate proportion of potash, phosphoric acid and lime, which are ideal for the growth of sugarcane, paddy, wheat and other cereals and pulses crops. Due to its high fertility, the regions of alluvial soils are intensively cultivated and densely populated. Soils in the drier areas are more alkaline and can be productive after proper treatment and irrigations. Black soil. These soils are black in color and are also known as rigor soils. Black soil is ideal for growing cotton and is also known as black cotton soil. It is believed that climatic conditions along with the parent rock material are the important factors for the formation of black soil. This type of soil is typical of the Deccan Trap basalt region basalt region spread over the northwest Deccan Plateau and is made up of lava flows. They cover the plateau of Maharashtra, Saurashtra, Malwa, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh and extend in the southeast directions along the Godavari and the Krishna valleys. Figure 1.7 Black soil. The black soils are made up of extremely fine, that is, clayey material. They are well known for their capacity to hold moisture. In addition, they are rich in soil nutrients such as calcium carbonate, magnesium, potash and lime. These soils are generally poor in phosphoric contents. They develop deep cracks during hot weather, which helps in proper aeration of the soil. These soils are sticky when wet and difficult to work on unless tilled immediately after the first shower or during the pre-monsoon period. Thank you. Sharing is caring. Comment your thoughts. Subscribe for more knowledge.